Happy Variety Tuesday. Just unlock Chaos 50. Let's go, Manic Geek. Good shit. Might have to watch a little bit, know nothing about Outriders. Really fun game. Really fun game. I don't know why that intro is running at like 10 FPS, but cool. I'm so hyped. Let me tweet out for this actually. And hopefully my internet behaves during this bit. Ah, that's a beautiful main menu. Bit of a flashbang, but it's pretty. I know why that was on 10 FPS, because Wonderlands didn't close when I closed it. It's refusing to close. I'm sitting here clicking end task on Task Manager. Okay, there it goes. PC's been on Wonderland's die for 3 months, can't handle anything else. Bear with me one moment, chat. Getting all set up. Okay, so I've not played Outriders in a fair bit. For anyone who's unaware, this is a looter shooter that came out, and it had a ridiculous amount of hype behind it, to the point where the Outriders demo was like insane concurrent players and had a very strong player base, despite being a demo that went up to like level 8 of the game. Hey Carter, how you doing? It's very character class centric, and you can do lots of cool things build wise. World Slayer is their first paid expansion, and it's introducing a lot of new game mechanics and endgame activities and stuff. And once again, thank you Square Enix for providing me a code for early access gameplay and stuff. The full expansion comes out for the general public on the 30th, but people who bought the game early can play it now, and some creators who've been given access as well. 15-minute estimate on your end? Okay, Pris, sounds good. ISP, what is you doing, baby? What is you doing? Not in the Outriders part of the stream. Hey, Rune. Happy birthday, Rune. Everyone, it's Rune's birthday. Give him some love in the chat. Happy birthday to Rune. And if the game looks exceptionally pixelated, keep in mind that that's still just my ISP. Hopefully servers are okay. Tempted to buy to see more stuff first. Nothing wrong with being a discerning customer. Servers are not okay. I figured. We will wait it out together. It's Outriders we're talking about here. Servers are not their strong suit. It's okay. I'm willing to wait. See, it signed me in. It signed me in. We're all good. But the biggest thing with this game is the gameplay has always been great. And they, much like another game I love to gush about, did a lot of good post-launch support, like Godfall. The New Horizons update back in November did a lot of good quality of life and balancing improvements. So, and here, let me link something for you guys that I really thought highly of. So they're very active on their subreddit, and I know, Reddit, but read through that, and they give really good insight on their balancing philosophy going into this expansion, things they've tried in the past that did and didn't work, why they've made certain changes, changes they've made that they like, changes they didn't like. No, it's a good read. Cannot connect. It's okay. We'll keep trying. We'll keep trying. Seem to improve control latency, which improved my Outriders experience a ton. Yeah, that was really good for me. Most games have this issue on releases. Of course. You remember Wonderlands came out? Shift servers were pretty rough for a bit. So, I'm down to wait. I hope you guys are hydrated, have a snack. Could be a bit for servers, but fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Worst case, it's a just chatting stream for a bit. Twitch drops? I don't think I have drops enabled on my end for, like, any game. I've never used that feature. Explanations are excellent. Only gripe is their explanation for not providing patch notes. Yeah, Kumar. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. Outriders on all consoles? I don't know. Pretty sure it's on Xbox. I don't know if it's on PlayStation. It'd be weird if it wasn't. Or like just catting. Because the Quaggate's all good. Do some dailies in Lost Ark. Sounds like a good time. I never got into Lost Ark, but I've heard that I would like it. Remember going from Remnant to Outriders and the latency killing my experience a ton. Did the same switch the other day and couldn't feel a difference. That's good. That's promising. Found a Primordial non-LE times 1 sword explosion with 2,351 card damage. That's pretty chonky. Just chatting and gonna get that hot tub out. I mean, I can turn my chair into a hot tub. I can just pour some water on it and just sit here in a bathing suit. Guys want to see me trying some bikinis? I hear that's meta right now. Xbox and PlayStation? Cool. I don't really follow console releases, so it's good to know. I remember it was on Game Pass. It might still be. But on the Catgirl outfit? Yeah, I got you. Because it's your birthday. Happy birthday to Rune. It's 20C in Brazil. Is that cold? That seems comfortable, honestly. I mean, maybe that's just what I'm used to. Wish this splash screen didn't make me cold. It's very bright. They make all splash screens pleasant. Yeah, I support that. Oh, ISP's doing ISP things. Hopefully the fact that we're just sitting here means it's not too demanding. Where's the beach slash screen game? Hey Sinju, how you doing? You know what? We talked about that post. Let's read through that. Actually. So, winter sucks. It's hot summer here. So this is just their balancing thread. Where do I find this post? I linked it in the chat like 3 minutes ago. There it is again. Worldslayer will be introducing a host of new features and systems while also changing and expanding upon some of the things you'll already be familiar with. These are changes that have been in the works since the New Horizon update last November, which was a really big free update. Added a bunch of content, good stuff. Hundreds of entities within the game being affected in some way. Bearing that in mind, listing out minute changes line by line would be both overwhelming, and it would still leave you without the context of Worldslayer balancing that can only be understood by playing Worldslayer. However, we're always keen to share with you what we've been up to. Use this post to share the overall directions and balancing philosophies that have underpinned the upcoming changes. Understanding these should give you an early insight into the changes that you can expect when launching Worldslayer next week. Most of these changes were tested during the Worldslayer beta earlier this year. Thank you again to all beta testers, and they seem to land well with players, so we're excited to roll them out to everyone else next week. And they have a nice little section on general state of combat and difficulty, talking about how damage spikiness led people to feel like they were being one-shot. It was a lot of instances of damage in a tiny window, and they gave a very detailed explanation of how they approached that. And progression speed and things like that are addressed. Let me retry this again. Hang on. All right, back to this. Talking about build diversity, like directly acknowledging that some things like Seismic Commander Devastator, which is like 80% of my playtime because it's just so much better than like everything else Devastator does. They're like, hey, maybe it's a little too pervasive. And normally I'm a proponent of doing both upwards adjustments and downwards adjustments, but they explained here that they wanted to bring things up, and they had a really good analogy. Let me find this for weapons. Here we go. To use a metaphor of a 200-meter sprint, it would be like untying the laces of one contestant while the others are still running barefooted. Sticking with the metaphor for a moment, we chose to provide footwear for everyone else. And this kind of like thorough, thoughtful explanation of balancing philosophy really resonates with me. I really like that they explained this in this particular way. It just sits well with me. And anyway, this whole post is right there in the chat. It's my last message. So I recommend you read through if you're interested to see what I think good dev communication regarding game balance is. I feel like I had to focus mostly on the why and not the what of the meta that they didn't like. Yeah, the why is really good. Just catching up on my social media while we wait. Oh, so I don't know what I'm gonna make for dinner tonight, chat. I was thinking of doing I have like some leftover pulled pork. I was thinking of making a mac and cheese to put that in. Pulled pork mac and cheese, if you've not had it, goated. But problem with that, I don't have any of the shit to make mac and cheese, so I have to go to the store for that. I'm taking these cat ears off, by the way. So, like, is that worth me going to the store? I don't know. Yeah, I just turned drops on, by the way. So, yeah, there's drops for Outriders. Never used drops before. Pulled pork poutine. Ooh, never had it. Gotta try that. Smoked Gouda and smoked cheddar with leftover pulled pork, topped with green onion. Do it. Ooh. I do like me some Gouda. Neutral on cheddar, but Gouda, yes. Stepped out of the room. This was Outriders? Outriders. Yeah. First, the splash screen makes me cold, then it lies to you about being signed in. I wanted to make me cold because I'm so warm right now. It's hot. Alright, saying I'm signed in. It was pretty fast that time. Sharper the better. That's a fair take. How you doing, leg of the table? Download's done. Up to you when I join. Yeah. Let's hop in Discord. You have perms to get in, right, Pris? Strongly disagree after eating Bojangles mac and cheese. What do you mean? Is that not good?
Hello?
Hello. Chat, you guys hear
Okay.
Pris okay?
I can't hear myself.
Maybe a little too well. Hang on, let me turn it down. Okay, say something.
Is that any better?
Yeah.
Just. Cool. Okay, that was the jankiest intro cutscene I've ever seen from Outriders.
Bojangles mac and cheese is super bland and mushy when I had it. Overcooked pasta, no flavor, not even added salt. Fix it, dude. It was bad. Ugh. How do you mess up mac and cheese? I don't understand. Like, the noodles are the easiest shit ever to cook. I understand maybe if you like burn the cheese or something, like, but nah, that's so disappointing. All you need is cook the noodles properly, have a cheese, put enough salt. You're good. 12-year-old messed up mac and cheese. Ah, kids. Hopefully the server issues clear up on this. I really want to play. I'm willing to wait. Like, that's how excited I am to play this game. So I hope you guys are ready for the waiting game. I did enable drops, and drops menu says it could take up to 5 minutes. So in a couple minutes you might get a notification saying drops are available. Outriders fucking amazing, so it's understandable. Yeah. I'm probably going to be starting with Devastator. I mentioned a bit earlier in the stream, my Pyro is not in a state where like I'm confident with it. I never quite finished building it before other games distracted me. I never geared out a Techno or a Trickster. But if I level a character in World Slayer, it'll probably be Techno. What are drops? You can just like win things by watching a stream with drops enabled. So usually it's like content in games. like cosmetic packs and things like that. Sometimes it's other things, like recently Overwatch 2 beta access was awarded by watching enough Overwatch within an hour. Um, let me see what the drops for Outriders are. You can get an emote and 300 anomaly extracts. It's a currency in the game. Hang on, it might take a second for this to actually kick in. Brizzy still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
just taking care of a couple background things and
Yeah, same.
letting you explain drops and all that. Have you looked over the Outriders skill trees that they're adding?
I very briefly looked at one and then I forgot all the details.
Which one did you look at?
The like, what's the name of it? The extra, not the normal skill grid thing. The new mechanic.
Yeah, for which class or for all of them?
I think I looked at it for Techno.
I've yes, hello, Piper. I've found Techno probably the most boring, and I know some people are going to disagree with me because it has interesting support stuff. But like, Dev scares me. Pyro looks like a absolute ton of fun,
Mm.
and Tricksters now ties the bind, but with actual single target.
Yeah, Kyler, I'm looking at that. I forgot I reset some passwords, so a bunch of stuff got unlinked, so I need to actually relink that real quick. Yeah, let me take this out of title for now. Well, I fixed that.
I'm entirely fine with this title screen. Seeing this in proper res and without the stream dilution is just fantastic.
It looks so good. I'm a sucker for a good menu. It really sets tone very well.
I am complaining about it being locked to 60 and still managing to drop, but I will be a PC elitist later.
Oh, time to try again. Check out that load spinner too. The quality. In for a treat with the PAX trees. Ooh, yeah. Why'd it get such bad reviews? This game got bad reviews? I mean, servers were kind of rough at launch. But... Hey, Rabbit, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. How'd stream go? What'd you get up to?
Yeah, the initial launch for like the first week, you basically couldn't get in a play session of a couple hours without permanent interruptions, and a lot of people just didn't have the patience to last through that.
Yeah, like, it was this. It was this. But the gameplay of this game is worth it. And as you guys know about me, I always prioritize gameplay. So, like, I'm willing to wait. I'm sure lots of people are here waiting too.
And my menu screen changed since I had to disconnect and came back to it. Down on the bottom right, where it says the version number, it now says my DLC. It didn't previously.
Sorry, say again?
In the bottom right, it now says my DLC info. It didn't previously until I disconnected and tried again.
Mine shows World Slayer upgrade.
I've got, yeah, I've got the version number, World Slayer Upgrade, and Hell Rangers content pack.
Mm-hmm. What's your version number?
1.2 000.
Okay. Just making sure I'm not behind one somehow. You never know. I remember WoW keys. I only played WoW very briefly when Legion came out, so I don't have a personal experience with that. Playing some more Prey? Sounds good, Rabbit. They also had the loot going missing thing. They did.
But yeah, going back to the extra trees, I said Pyro was a ton of fun. They've gotten a whole lot of stuff that just encourages a playstyle of have everything on cooldown, but the more you spam, the more likely you are to get instant cooldowns.
Hmm.
It convinced me that I need to level a Pyro and soon.
I'm gonna reset my game, just on a hunch.
Yeah, I agree with you, Pico. I would have liked a couple more skill points, to be honest, on the base trees, but a full expansion of like 5, 10, 15 probably would have been too much.
That's a slow
But
notification. I just got the on-screen notification for Rabbit's raid. Good job, Stream Elements. Good job. How long did it take? It was 3-minute delay. That's amazing. I'm honestly proud. I just clicked on the wrong thing. Why did I click on BattleNet Launcher? Gross. Get that out of here. I don't want that in my life.
I'm surprised you still have it installed.
I kept it because I wanted to try Diablo 2 Resurrected, and then I installed it and was like, fuck ActiveBliss, and never actually played it again. It's probably been 10 months since I've used it.
My debate if you're adding skill points to the base trees is that 2 or 3 probably gives too many of the characters just absolutely every skill point they want in the base trees without giving them enough to try and venture for something more. Maybe 5 is around the sweet spot, but I have to relook at the trees to be certain. But like from memory, there was a couple things that were just slightly too far out of range to consider, but now might be tempting alternatives if you added 5. But honestly, I prefer the new trees. The new trees look like they've learned a lot of lessons from the base ones.
Hmm.
I don't like how similar both Trickster and Techno are to their base trees. It just seems like base trees, but we learned our lesson. Whereas I think both Pyro and Dev gain new dimensions.
I suppose I'll be less affected by that, I guess, because I have very little experience with Trickster and Techno. More with Trickster than with Techno, but the majority of my playtime is Devastator, with some Pyro on the side.
Yeah, like they're not bad trees, but Trickster was always shoot gun, things die, and that didn't change. They got a bit more survival, they got a ton more damage, and they're going to play exactly the same from here on out. Which, looking at a Pyro tree and looking at a Devastator tree, I'd feel a bit hard done by if I was wanting another playstyle, especially considering the Trickster had some of the smallest playstyle variety.
Mm-hmm.
And then Techno, I kind of expected Techno to get the least from the trees, considering how one, meta it was, and two, uninteresting in its meta it was. So they just seem to try and bring the AP stuff up without actually giving Techno the tools to maintain that healthy lead in DPS that it had previously.
Mm-hmm.
Pax trees are part of the World Slayer upgrade.
Let me check. They have another Reddit thread that I can link. Launch information. If you guys want to read through that with us. You have to buy it. World Slayer is a two-pronged thing. It's a paid expansion, but it is also a lot of upgrades and changes for the base game for even people who don't own it. So the update from today, everyone had to download that. Now that doesn't give you the World Slayer content unless you own it, but there's changes to the game. I don't remember which category the PAX trees fall into, but there's a heading for it, so I'm gonna look right now in that thing I just linked.
Axe trees, you unlock points for them by doing content within World Slayer.
Yeah, so it looks like the base game stuff is Apocalypse tiers system, the balancing changes for gear and mods, bug fixes, performance and networking optimizations. Yeah, that's the base game stuff.
Interested what they've done to some of the assault rifles that won't burst, because those always felt like there were quality of life issues holding them back.
Yeah, yeah, I'm curious to see how that works out as well. They specifically touched on the dominance of tac rifles, just having crazy, like way more DPS, easier to use, more efficiency. Just like
What I liked about that was that they didn't say the tac rifles were necessarily problematic in themselves as much as just that they were the only ones that were in a good spot. Or to some degree, they were the only one in a good spot. Because like if you used a non-burst AR, you know how terrible an experience it was actually to use. It had no accuracy, it ran out of its mag quickly, it reloaded slowly, and on top of all that, even if you hit everything, it did less damage.
yeah, right. There was just not a justifiable reason to ever use a form of AR other than tac, unless the specific AR you wanted was locked to non-tac, or if you had a mods situation stopping you from like justifying using something else.
There were 4 weapon types in the game. There was tac AR, and there was 3 types of shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else. I still have my doubts that they can fix that, to be honest. Like, I think they could bring things to be competitive to a level. I think tac AR's damage being enough to one burst most mobs on the characters that want to use it means that it will still remain top a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think things like snipers will benefit from what the new DLC looks like map-wise, for instance,
Yeah,
and the
I
lack
agree.
of timers.
Map design matters a lot, as we know from lands games. Hey, Envoy. Yeah, we're just waiting on servers to do their thing. Hopeful auto SMG's got an accuracy buff. I'd be on board with that. SMGs kind of filled as a weird niche where I just don't care about them. Pre-World Slayer, at least. Dreaded server issues back. For the moment, seems that way, Tesla, but I'm optimistic and I'm feeling patient. I chalked out my whole day for this, so releases of things can be tough.
I think something else to add on to like the SMGs, especially as something is that they didn't have the damage to kill in a mag, and everyone who used guns was using rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And that alone made them non-viable before you even get to the fact that they're inaccurate or had a worse crit multiplier or everything else about them. Pack ARs just filled the synergy with the meta gun support stuff as well, on top of just at base being a meta weapon.
Yeah, they tweeted out 12 minutes ago that they're aware of the issues. It's just volume of players, as we all predicted. I imagine they'll resolve the problems faster this time than they did at launch because they did have a couple beta rounds for this update, for this expansion, over the last couple months. So everyone crashing in, not crashing in, just servers be like. Devastators get amazing use at normal SPs. They're always so close to their targets. I mean, the thing is, at that range, accuracy of weapons, all of them, doesn't matter. And SMGs never out DPS'd. TAC ARs, shotguns, some pistols. Typical of most games on day one. Yeah, it just happens. Any games that require access to a server for core functionality, they do this. Outriders had this, Godfall has this, um, Diablo 3 when this came out had this, Wonderlands had it with Shift. Did Borderlands 3 have issues like this? I don't remember. I played on console at the time.
I don't remember many issues, but I also had a slow enough internet connection that I was still downloading it when everyone else was suffering.
Any new class? They have several expansions to existing classes. Each class got like a new skill tree. Also, there's gear that has 3 mod slots. Lots of new gear, new activities. It wouldn't be too much of a stretch to call World Slayer Outriders 2, based on how modern naming conventions with games work. Like Overwatch 2 is Overwatch, but more shit. So like this is a big expansion. Destiny type update. Yeah, Destiny's another good example. Nice rush has some quiet moments together, reflect on life. COVID, so I'm getting philosophical. Oh no, Envoy. I hope that clears up for you soon. I hope you're as close to asymptomatic as possible. Sorry to hear you're going through that. Unplayed in ages. They do anything close the gap between tech ARs and everything else? Today, actually, Tizzle. That's one of the things they mentioned. All right, let me link this for you. Typical symptoms for now. Hopefully that clears up. Really sorry to hear.
I'm going to be interested how they've approached boss design in this because they talked about the bosses, and I think that they've got the platform to make them a lot better than they were in the base game, partly because of how they're reworking existing mechanics, and partly because they saw the pushback against things like debuff immunity buildup.
Right. Yeah. Definitely agree. The biggest thing that this game did a couple times that annoyed me a little was oh, ISP good. Was like bosses where your abilities don't work. I seem to have stabilized at 600 bitrate. It's gonna be pixely for a minute. Bear with.
Yep.
Like there's that story boss, right before the jungle
Moloch?
section.
Moloch or Cryosoloid?
Not Moloch. The big thing. The big thing. Right before you meet Kang and stuff.
Okay, I'm in.
Ooh, I am also in. It's loading. Fingers crossed. Very frustrating losing your abilities. Yeah, losing your abilities in an ability-focused setting is frustrating. But I'd note that later things they introduced to the game were a lot better about that. The boss they added with the New Horizons update didn't have that problem. That was nice.
I feel like they've been a prime example of how well you can learn from a community that differs from your own view of the game.
Definitely.
In that it has been crystal clear from the get-go that their vision of Outriders was a one and done release.
And
The
everyone was like, "No, we want more support. We want this game long term." They're like, "Oh, okay,
come back here and give us the experience we want.
yeah,
And they said, sure. And they didn't.
yeah." And it's great. It's a success story. You love to see it. Yeah, I'm
One
sorry
of the
you're having
things
to sit through that, Dex. That's frustrating. Keeping you on my thoughts. You still play Tiny Tina's Sister Domain. So this is literally the only time in the last 3 months that I've streamed anything other than Wonderlands. This does not mean I'm done streaming Wonderlands. No. Um, I've been looking forward to this expansion for a bit, and I'm trying it out. And I'm excited to play, and this is sponsored as well. I was provided the code. Thank you to Square Enix for that. And I didn't want them to give me a code for no reason. So, bunch of reasons. But yeah, I'm not done with Wonderlands. You able to load up your character, Pris, or are you having the same thing I am right now?
I've got a yellow circle circling around center of the screen.
Get a variety Saturday that's Outriders, please. Um, I kind of plan on playing this on Saturday, honestly, Sinju. As long as I find that I'm enjoying it, which I'm very optimistic about. Excited to get in. The plan is to stream this on Saturday. Saturdays throughout the summer and fall, I do have several games I want to get into. I plan on playing this. I plan on playing Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak if I can manage to get into that and budget the time. When Stray comes out, I want to play that. Not done with Wonderlands. I'm just going to the corner store for some smokes. Listen, Brendan, I needed milk too. I don't know what you want from me. Dunderlands. Aw. Back to see you play with your Outriders. Yes, trying to, Sora. Servers are having some problems today. But we're making our way in. We're working on it. But having so much Wonderlands. It's a great game. Wonderlands is great. That's the longest I've ever gone without streaming a different game, by the way. Wonderland's release up till now. Up till today. Sweet dreams, server connection.
Don't rub in my lack of ability to get you to do variety.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just got disconnected.
Out of all those, I'm honestly most excited about Stray. I really don't see how it plays. I'm so excited for that game, and I can't quite pinpoint why. It just looks so cool. Maybe it's my love of cats. Right, cat? I have two cats next to me.
Yes, hello, Sarah.
I got Jake. People upset with servers not working at full capacity. Impatience. People don't understand Outriders at 3 to 4 times capacity for login spam stuff. They understand, they just don't care because, once again, complaining overrides logic. I'm not thrilled to be waiting, of course. Like, that's not ideal, but I also understand that things happen, and it's a huge release. So, I'm content to wait. I don't mind.
They've also got first-time download files on login because of the new stuff that they need to verify. So it's at the biggest login you're going to have barring release.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still at the character load screen, or did you get kicked out of the main menu?
No, it kicked me out completely, and I'm trying to get back into the character load screen.
I'm not complaining at this visual, though. It's better than my character.
Oh yeah, while we're here, New Mech's been recently hit Twitch affiliate and stuff, so like go watch him stream and stuff.
Congratulations.
I think it's hilarious. This is why is that, Noah? I mean, I they provided me the code, so yeah, it's simple as that. They gave me free thing to play. I put ad in title. That's how it works. Actually, I haven't seen Outriders content at all because I remember the time and had in the time to. It's a fun game. It's a fun game.
I'm just thinking of these apocalypse tiers going up, and the one thing I'm really hoping is that they don't scale enemy damage further.
Considering they had that big paragraph about how enemy damage was too spiky, I think that's something they probably kept an eye on.
Like, I don't have an objection to technos dying in 3 sneezes, maybe 2.5. But at times, especially on the new character grind, up those world tiers, and they did mention this about the difficulty spikes. You just have nothing to protect you. And especially with the density that they get. Like, Outriders has some of the best density on any game I've seen that tries to have such smart enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only time I see better density than Outriders tends to be in games that do horde mechanics, and therefore the horde needs far less processing power than what Outriders does.
Right. My apologies, I had to dip. Nothing to be sorry about, Viper. Welcome back. We were just waiting for servers. Something you can solo or you gotta do with friends is tough for a newbie to get into. You can solo. You can absolutely solo. There's one activity that is like really sucky without friends, but technically soloable. Um, but in terms of how tough is it to get into, they outlined in one of their blog posts that there's a couple challenge tiers, which are formerly the progression, end game difficulty progression in the game. There were a couple that were very unfriendly to players who were still learning. They said they've addressed that with World Slayer, so if anything, the game's going to be easier to get into now. Plot twist: the end boss of this DLC is literally called the World.
If they do keep enemy damage in line, what are we expecting them to do for extra difficulty here? And what is the ideal for extra difficulty going forward?
I'm gonna expect having like high value targets, like enemies that you really want to take out, but you gotta wade through a bunch of other enemies to get to, type deal. And I hope they do it in ways other than like the Phoenix enemies. But things like enemies that buff other enemies, stuff like that, that's something I would like to see.
I'd like to see more of that, and also mortar enemies is another I'd put down as I don't want to see more of that type. In the theoretically, I like the idea of what the mortar enemies do, but the way their AI played out with things like Frontline, just it got too much with the amount of density that they gave those enemies.
I'm weird. I love Frontline so much. Probably my Devastator brain speaking, but and yes, Viper, that is also the answer to your question.
Oh, I love a lot of Frontline. Frontline's one of my favorite places to start with, but I still don't think that the Devastators, other thing, not the Devastators, but Mortar guys, are what adds to that.
That's fair.
I think that it's the general map design, the concept of how you're going about it, the fact that it's not just a linear map, like pretty much every other expedition in the same way. It's a full-on battleground and you're a one-man army type deal. I think it's a great concept. When you're getting watered by someone that's going to spawn while you're busy with a bunch of other elites and you basically have to react to instantly, I don't like that amount of density, especially if anyone's playing on high latency.
So, as of 7 minutes ago, it said it should be cleared up.
Reset Steam. Try that.
Gun techno me and not ashamed anyway. I love you anyway, Tizzle.
Trickster was always the class that disappointed me. And that going into it, I thought that they had all the tools to be the perfect shotgun class, and then their abilities just were moody. And I don't know if World Stay is going to do much to help that. But things like their teleport just not sometimes, or certain enemies just being immune to them, really turned me off Trickster, even though I thought that the core gameplay loop that that class was going for was strong.
Trickster core gameplay is fun. It always felt to me like it was missing something.
I think it could have done with another dimension.
Like that something was not damage, because Trickster does insane damage. Just like in terms of actual player input, it always felt like it was missing something.
But it was also always the same input to do absolutely every task. It was the techno problem, just done at a higher rate of knots. And well, I think that extra step of having to be close and taking that extra danger on was a nice change of a techno. The fact that their abilities could just not, and you just end up with something on cooldown when you try to teleport, made it a challenging one to enjoy.
Signed in, it says.
Blighted Rounds was the go-to pre-World Slayer. I don't know what the go-to is post-World Slayer.
Yeah, like the things are going to be pretty shaken up, likely, going forward. I doubt that certain things are going to be unseated, honestly, unless they do some really power creep stuff. But we'll see. Like, I doubt Seismic Commander's going anywhere, for example.
I think Blighted Rounds Techno is still going to be the best Techno, but I think that their mod choices might make them slightly more interactive. I suspect that we're going to have to actually do something to maintain our damage. Our Blighted Rounds will stay up easier, but our damage won't be as easy to come by. That's the gist I got from how they went about wording what they were planning.
As long as Grav Leap is still fun, I'm sold. Neuron activation from jumping to things. Yes. Scratches my Mass Effect Vanguard ape brain. Check their socials again.
I'm more referring to the way that they talked about amplifier mods being too high value versus the amount of input that they got. I expect a lot of the meta mods that a trick runs is just going to have their numbers reduced. And put that next to the new skill tree that they're getting has just lower numbers than the other class skill trees. I suspect that just the difficulty scaling alone means that Techno will be closer to standing still than any of the others will. It's not so much that they have to kill Techno as much as just everyone else is about to get more powerful. Because I mean, like, if you compare Gun Techno versus Gun Pyro in their top trees that they just got given, it's just not even a contest. If you read the section, they talk about amplifiers, and they quite aggressively call out Techno in that section. They do it multiple times, actually. Some of it's subtle, some of it just not.
Yeah, it's cool that they're very in touch with the state of the game. That's always good to see. They know what's overperforming, what people gravitate towards. Even things they don't necessarily have an intention of changing, they still know. That's good.
One thing missing from their talk was Dark Sacrifice. I don't know if that just fits into the amplifier umbrella, but not seeing Dark Sacrifice mentioned at any point left me wondering, because I don't think that drain has ever been enough to make anyone scared to use Dark Sacrifice for just a 75% mult to damage.
Yeah. It was only not relevant to me because I was doing anomaly power stuff. Like, whatever. I was using other things.
But I mean, like, a Trickster or Techno who were almost always going to be gun stuff, you had Dark Sacrifice, and then you had the rest of the belt. It wasn't a point of discussion.
Mm-hmm.
So not seeing that mentioned scares me because it's doing for guns what Fortress did for a while. Of just you don't argue against it. It's just there.
Right. Hey, Mr. Black Eye, how you doing? Outriders? Yeah. Just waiting on server issues. Excited to get into World Slayer, though. Very excited. Hopefully they're able to resolve the issues that some people are having. Hey, Corded Empathy, how you doing? We're playing Watch Quag right now. Something like that. Turn with steak and chips. Ooh, share? I'm starting to get hungry. I think I could go make a sandwich. But I don't want to miss, like, when it finally lets me in.
You have faith that that's going to be in the next 10 minutes?
You know, it's like watching a door. Like, as soon as you stop waiting for it, it opens.
Okay, and it's in my best interest that you disappear and this door thing takes effect.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's fair. I've also been stuck on signed in for a while without it actually kicking me off. I don't know if that's a good sign or not.
Yeah, I've been there too. And currently am there.
Been emotionally upside down lately? Oh, I'm sorry to hear. If there's anything we can do to help distract you, this community's here for you. Alright, chat, do I go make a sandwich while we wait? Don't let Priz be a bad influence on me. As a gamer, I need to be here watching this spinning yellow circle more than I need sustenance. So,
Okay, but I feel like I can't spot chat.
watch pot never boils. Stop being logical. Hey, Ducky Dino, how you doing? Make a damn Sammy. Go eat. Alright, I'll leave you guys here. It's gonna as soon as I get up. As soon as I get up.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
counting on it.
Yep.
Cheerio.
All right. All right. I'm going. Making a sandwich. I'll be right back.
Lack control of the screen. How am I supposed to take up a stream like this? Just have my voice sit there menacingly? It's just not the same. But what do you want to hear me talk about Mose for? I've said a million words on her, and it is very well clear what I think. This still does not count as me streaming. You people can continue to dream about that. Not happening. Look, I tried to keep it secret that I'm bad at video games, and me streaming would break that almost instantly. Like, you probably all already suspect that I'm bad at video games, but there would just be no room to hide. Right? But that's exactly what I want you to believe.
Space!
I'm absolutely fine with you believing they have graded video games. I don't need to disprove it. I have a fear of it being disproved, though.
Okay, how soon? How soon after I got up did it fail?
About halfway through the time you were gone.
Okay, that's not so bad. Hey Douglas, everyone on Twitch got paid to play some Outriders today? Not necessarily. I was given a code. Remove escape coupon. That's toxic.
Fine, it's not going to do anything to use it now.
Hmm.
You hope, at least.
Use some of that food? Absolutely not. Shit. I'm in. I'm in. Like, I'm actually in.
Lucky. Lucky. I'm signed in.
Of course, as soon as I have food, the power of sandwiches, yeah. Want that sandwich? Yeah, pulled pork sandwich. So good.
What did I say? Why do you ever doubt the advice I give you?
I really shouldn't at this point.
I give nothing but good advice.
I got sauce on my mouse now, and this cat is trying to eat my food. You see him?
I think I might quit the desktop again because this is going nowhere. Doing so though reminds me of month one when there wasn't a quit to desktop prompt.
Yeah. All we gotta do is get it to let prison. We'll be good. Yeah, PAX points.
Okay, third time around, the intro is at least smooth.
Apocalypse tiers. So an extension to the world tier system. It's now been completely replaced with Apocalypse tiers, which now go higher.
I like that they got rid of the world and challenge tier systems being different.
Yeah, definitely. New quest. Speak with Chana. Oh yeah, I forgot. You're a person that exists. um, where to start?
Signing in.
Okay, what do I have equipped right now? Okay, that's my Seismic Commander stuff. Oh yeah, they changed the conditions of a bunch of stuff, like bone shrapnels on crit now, all of them instead of on kill.
What's the cooldown on that now?
Let me look. Do I have anything with bone shrapnel at the moment? I can just check the mod menu, right?
Yeah, come on. Tell me these changes. Someone's suffering on the main menu screen still. Not even main menu, actually. It's the sign-in screen before that.
Dark Sacrifice is 50% drain for 25% weapon damage. Is that unchanged?
No, that's massively changed.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Cool.
That was 75% weapon damage for 50% drain.
Less drain, less damage. Yeah, that's cool.
No, same drain, isn't it?
Same drain.
50-50?
It's uh yeah, 50% drain. Sorry. Yeah. 50% drain,
Yeah.
25% bonus.
Okay, so they did mean to actually cut down on Dark Sack. So, like, yeah, like as I mentioned, it wasn't okay where it was.
Bone shrapnel is 3 seconds.
Ouch.
Yeah, honestly,
Okay,
whatever. It just means more time to use abilities without losing bone shrapnel uptime.
it's the thing is that the only reason people use the non-legendary bone shrapnel was because of the 1 second cooldown. The condition on it was never what made people pick which version of bone shrapnel to use.
That's a fair point.
Admittedly, this was mainly often a techno and trickster mod, and it was played on a character that could kill anything in sub 1 second, but I don't think bone shrapnel is going to be used as much in that form. Are there any mods on 1 second cooldowns? Or at least, sorry, AoE mods, I should say.
I'm looking at
Because I
armor
assume.
stuff now.
Okay. Because of all the AoE mods at 3 seconds, then mob clear in general just took a hit on techno. I don't think Trickster will feel it because Tricksters often just didn't go bone shrapnel because they just wanted to stuff two damage slots.
This is one of the ones they changed. There's a dev mod that reduces resistance of enemies when you hit them with Earthquake now. Before that was armor. So
Oh,
it
nice.
synergizes better with Anomaly Power now.
It wasn't even 10%, was it? Dex? Wasn't it like 5%?
I don't
It
remember
was
the value.
something meaningless, but it was just that it was buffed and no one was okay with that.
Did Captain Hunter get nerfed? Was it 16% before? I thought it was like 30.
No, it was 25.
It's 25.
Captain
Oh.
Hunter's damage to elites, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 25.
I don't have many mods unlocked on this character, honestly.
Was that a new save? Or did you just not play long enough on the save to
I
get
spread
all the
out my
mods?
time among other characters in terms of my gear stuff. I ripped a lot of mods and like salvaged a lot of mods on other characters, so it's kind of spread.
Right, I guess if you want one of the mods, you could probably search out the characters for it.
Yeah, they nerfed Tainted Blood as well. Damage dealt to enemies with bleed. They did mention they were going to do that though. So
They also upped your options for dealing bleed, didn't they? So
yeah,
just made it more consistent, essentially, at a cost. I'm going to be interested what the conditional mods are like, because I suspect the conditional mods have now got the values that we were used to on the passive stuff.
I'm surprised Claymore Torrent didn't get nerfed, honestly.
I think as a single target thing, they were less worried about it. The game was just so centric on mobbing and multi-target clear that pretty much all the strong single target stuff went under the radar.
Still hasn't let you in yet.
Oh, connecting to backend.
I'm gonna finish my sandwich. Then I'll figure out what I'm gonna do. Me who's ever played this game, no idea what's going on. We're just looking at the changes. They don't have like detailed patch notes available yet, to my knowledge. They've never really done that. We're just looking to see what changed.
If you finish your sandwich and I'm still not in, feel free to rain check this and you go ahead, because I'm sure stream doesn't want to watch you just sitting there waiting.
It'll take another 2 minutes.
Let me reboot Steam one more time.
Character creator is still the character creator.
Hey, you. You did good.
Alright, cutscene time.
Outriders.
Should probably just
The
open
last
the stream so I can see what's
just
going
up
on.
ahead.
Got it. Draw me here and find a site to
I
make
popped
camp.
out your chat
Move
and
fast,
left it
Outriders.
at that.
Big storm coming.
Zahidi, I found the pod I'm going in. Looks like you're not the only one trying to get at it.
Outrider, hurry. I need to get the data from that pod before the storm hits.
Okay, how do I play this game again? We'll find out.
You jump at things.
Yeah, pretty much.
That creature's crit spot is fairly.
Outrider, you need to hurry. The storm is almost on us.
No valid targets. Oh no. Doing that thing.
Okay, just drunk.
Are you in?
I'm not, no. Her is just disappearing.
Oh.
Scared it off.
Okay. Drop the stream, don't want spoilers. Take it easy, Perry. You have a good one. Thanks for sticking it out through the wait with us. Ascension levels. So it's like myth rank.
Yeah, is it uncapped?
No, it's capped. It's capped. 200 is max. So like better than myth rank.
Excellent.
Well, cooldown reduction or anomaly power? Probably anomaly power. Well, I'm gonna get it all eventually, so. Looks like you can reset at any time as well, much like the regular skill trees, so that's cool.
Really like the games just have dynamic respec options where you can just do it in the field.
Enjoy your lurk, Tizzle. How's World Slayer? Just getting in, son. We were waiting on servers for a while, but we're in now. I don't even know how to farm for equipment in this game. Before World Slayer, it was just do expeditions and farm Tiago's vendor shop. But we have more options now.
He was right. Who? I didn't believe it. But the anomaly, it's growing. Exponentially now. Everything we did to bring these pods down. Weapons. Seeds for crops. All of our knowledge from Earth. In the end, none of it matters.
In the end, it doesn't matter.
There will be nowhere on this planet for us to hide.
Maybe it's time we stop hiding.
Yeah, friendship.
Thank you, Viper. Someone had to say it.
Fair was when I found out I could skip scenes, smash it the whole time, no idea what the story's even about. I'm a gameplay focused guy, you know that about me. I do want to see what the story of this expansion is all about,
That
though.
can't be good.
I am absolutely excellent at watching the first 3 cutscenes to every game I play.
Copy.
They're usually the last 3 I watch too.
Bailey. Shit. Zadie, stay with the pod. Something's wrong. Whole flocks of demon birds dropping from the sky. If they can't adapt to survive these storms, I don't want to know our odds.
The creatures here, the anomalies always mutated them
Oh, we don't
faster
want to step in
before,
that.
but this shift happening now, it's too severe.
Why do I feel so fast? Like, this is just normally how you move in this game, but why do I feel fast?
Good FOV and a good native move speed.
Yeah,
Where is it?
I do run really big FOV on this game. Apologies to anyone who's sensitive to that.
Can I just say that I'm jealous that you could run up an edge and you didn't just stumble for 20 seconds straight? I have been playing Red Dead too much recently and falling down steps and losing all movement for 5 minutes is beating on my nerves.
Oh yeah, moaning winds is a thing. I forgot about that. Yeah, some basic. Oh yeah, what's the auto pickup button? Is that H? I think it's H.
I think so, yeah.
Another ascension point. Oh, 3 more ascension points. What does that say?
You can do levels multiple at a time, that 200 seems
Yeah,
low.
yeah. I guess it awards you all the XP at the end of the fight, and I got enough during that fight to get multiple levels. So,
Like, I get that this is early levels and you're going to rush through this quickly, but you're 2 battles in 5 levels.
I assume it tapers off pretty quickly.
How's the performance be, by the way? Because this looks more graphically challenging.
It feels smooth. There's nothing dropping on my end.
Stream's fine.
Feels
Like,
pretty.
it's just that they've got a couple of effects here that are challenging both CPU and GPU side, so...
Yago! Bailey!
Where your hardware is probably about on the edge. Like, it was probably smooth 60, but only just in base game.
Good point, Viper. It might not be our enemy if it's making the flying enemy land. Ow. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, I can't cast. Oh, that's a thing that you can do. That's fucking awkward.
There's actually normal mobs too. I thought they only doing that assassin type. From the endgame activity. I don't like that.
Yeah, there's a silence effect. I forgot they mentioned that.
Do you think that that's going to apply to active mods? Are people just going to lose their rounds?
Good question. Just turns off rounds. You imagine you activate rounds and then it's just like, nope. And you gotta wait out the whole cooldown.
I look forward to the Techno Trickster outrage if that is the case.
Yeah, people would not like that.
You lose the entire Techno community barring like 3 brave souls. By 3 brave souls, I mean the 2 people who played AP Techno and the 1 person who didn't want to use rounds but still played gun Techno.
Ooh, apocalypse items. Did I get an apocalypse item? Show me outside my screen? Or is it just giving me a tooltip? I did. 3 mod slots. Came with Spike Force, Seismic Impulse, and Mitigation from Death. Seems pretty rad.
I like the visual.
Yeah, that's really pretty. The game
Also nice
feels
that you-
clean right now. Like, it just feels clean.
That's your Wonderland's voice speaking.
Probably.
I like that it's visually distinct even in the menus. It's got that background to it so you can just
Yeah.
spot it instantly.
Very easy to identify. I like that.
I doubt that lasts for long because you're just gonna have an entire menu of them, but
Oh god, what happened? We were here just days ago.
This must be what I saw in my vision. This is only how it begins.
Did I customize that vehicle to look like that? I feel like that was me.
yeah, those are custom modifications you've got there.
Oh, you can just choose whichever one. Okay, I was using Wonderland's logic if I gotta look at the first thing, but no, I can choose whatever. There's some
I
really good
wondered
stuff.
about that. I wondered about that when you entered it, but I just didn't question.
Because it's in quadrants, it reminds me so much of the myth rank thing. I was like, oh, I gotta work my way. No, that's not how normal things work. I like crit chance. I like anomaly power too, though. I'll probably still go anomaly power. We're just gonna max anomaly power first.
So I'm having a beautiful realization. I've forgotten the damage formulas for this game. It's glorious.
I've forgotten most things about this game, so I get to it's like re-experiencing learning
What the hell happened?
how to do basic
some-
things.
I remember some of it, now that I'm really thinking about it, but like, I don't remember how crit chance works.
That's a cool looking revolver. What? That looks sick.
It's a well-loved revolver. It looks like a revolver someone got and then they kept for 20 years and just wanted to keep it together.
Yeah, that's that extra currency. Um, Probably get it from trashing.
Wait.
Apocalypse.
They removed the cooldown on Bane?
Hmm.
Bane, the armor mod there. Bane Ripper didn't have a cooldown.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah.
my visual on what you're doing is a bit
Yeah,
delayed.
yeah. Vein Ripper, no cooldown. Interesting. And
Yeah.
with Apocalypse gear, you have extra mod slots to justify it. I think. That's
like-
big.
If they've done that for all of them,
No, that's really
So
big.
only
Like I
that-
don't need to use my melee to apply bleed anymore.
oh, you don't need to anyway. You check the apocalypse trees. It's in your apocalypse tree, both top and bottom.
Like the regular skill trees.
The new ones that they added.
I don't have PAX points.
Here. I think it's that small node.
Shots inflict bleed. Yeah, there you go.
And there's an anomaly equivalent to it, by the way, on the bottom.
Oh, that's interesting. 60% of damage dealt by kinetic skills stored added here next. That's cool. Momentum-based gameplay. I'm gonna enjoy this. It said you got PAX points from... Okay, World Slayer storyline. Cool. It's only 5, but they seem very impactful. That's really cool. Or Dev
I'm
is still
in-
statistically weakest class. That kind of quantification is completely irrelevant, Sinju, and that's not how the game works.
Just for context, I'm going to just take a minute to familiarize myself with what my class now looks like, and then I'll pop on over.
Okay. Wait, what I mean by that is statistically the weakest. Okay, define weakest, because Devastator is the easiest at surviving on, and you don't need trickster levels of I exist and boss gets one shot. You don't need that.
What happened?
It's over. I thought the signal, the pods, the Hades' whole plan, but the anomaly destroys everything. I don't know how.
Devastator also has group utility.
There might still be a way.
You traitor! You think we're gonna find out?
Sure, what the hell?
He's been sharing information with the insurgents, Lieutenant.
No, I have to fight. No, you don't understand. No, he can save us.
Save what? Everything we've built is gone. I'm sick of your bullshit missions. All your fucking highways!
Sure sucks.
Get up.
Might be the worst in survival. Yeah, that's not true.
Who the hell you been talking to?
Salvador.
I played when
Francisco
people were claiming that. Still wasn't true.
With the instruments, but he's a scientist. We just
Because
shared data.
bleed healing is still
You'd
better.
think to tell me you were talking to the other side.
Listen,
They reduced killing spree from 75% to 30% at
it
max
could be an
statics.
answer, but he disappeared. before
interesting.
I got the final readings. without those?
This,
Shots inflict ash on enemies still has a cooldown on guns.
if he's even still alive, where do I find him?
So maybe it's just the armor ones that don't have
In a place
cooldowns
called
anymore?
Black Gulch.
Maybe I'm misremembering?
Black Gulch. You don't want to go looking for
I
that
remember the armor
there?
ones having cooldowns though, Chris. That sounds correct.
All we know is they call
Call me
it the
Bullet
Command.
Catcher back in high
Black
school.
Gulch is
I'm
his.
sure.
You won't come out of there alive.
Seems like the 25%
Nobody's coming out of
mods
this
got
alive
reduced to
with
16 and the
trucks.
15% got reduced to 12. Seeing that pattern across a couple things.
Can all Outriders stop bullets like that? Just we're ridiculously powerful in cutscenes in this game, and I live for it. Like consistently, it's
We're
just
looking for a place called Black Gulch.
No, that place. I keep seeing it as shadows.
Yeah, we dream to be our cutscene selves.
This isn't your place, Outrider. But I may
it's the
know
inverse of
where
other games where you
enemy
suck in
lies
cutscenes.
unseen.
Well,
There's
this
an
is just the
abandoned
opposite.
village called Driftwater. I'll explain on the
Oh
way.
yeah, Bailey, you got a nice jacket. That's a cool skin. Russian light thing is wild, yeah.
Gonna need snow treads for the truck soon.
Everyone's got different fashion. You love to see it.
This is bad, but what I've seen, it only gets worse.
Looking over these damage boosts, I'm really thinking I'm going to have to move to some non-passive boosts. A lot of these just look tiny.
Yeah, let me know when you're ready to play, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go and find myself a second mag refresh item. Actually, hold on. No, I'm ready.
Okay. Hmm.
Oh,
It's
I just
having,
looked at.
it's having some trouble. You seeing this?
Yeah, I am, and that means that you've been there for a while.
Okay. We'll let that marinate for a bit.
Yeah, I get the same thing on my side. Actually, hold on, I can get a code. I can't see friends playing Outriders, but I can get a code.
Trying, but I can never
Although I
outrun
probably
my
recommend you don't generate that on stream.
It just puts it directly to your clipboard.
Mine didn't. Mine showed it immediately.
Did it? Oh, I must be
Yeah.
thinking of how Risk of Rain does it. Oh well.
Yeah.
We're here.
Maybe you'd be fine, but also saying trust chat is just something I'm not prepared to do.
Yeah. Hang on.
You'll need to find one of the
Every time I hear marinate, I think of Letterkenny. Is that the correct reaction? I think so.
Find a back way under the insurgents' walls.
Alright, 1 second. Let me try that again. Generate code. I'm just gonna look at this for a minute. Yeah, that's not going at all fast.
Okay, well, you sort that. I want to refresh my hard drive before we get playing. So I'll be back in a bit, and if you generate a code, just put it in Discord, and I'll join the minute I get back.
Okay.
Tiago, how do you know a way into this fortress?
I was in prison there, tortured beyond. I thought I was dead, but I managed to escape through the sewers and stole a boat from here to the forest, and I never looked back.
The people who lived here in Drift,
Dialogue seems quiet. Is it quiet to you guys?
who were they?
An ECA settlement before the war. There's nothing but now.
What happened to the villagers?
There's a story of a night fisherman whose daughter would ring the harbor bell each dawn to call him home. But one night, insurgents came in the fog, and the fisherman slept right through. The entire village slaughtered. When the fisherman returned and saw, he tore into the soldiers.
This is a different environment.
The next day, a thick fog rolled in and a figure stalked through it, with a long raincoat and bloody hook. The fisherman's ghost, driven mad by guilt, taking his revenge. The harbor bell tolled for each insurgent dead. They say you can hear the bell still tolling.
I forgot about this mechanic. It's been so long since I've done anything in this game that isn't endgame. Like capturing fast travel points and stuff. It's relearning these basic things is so interesting. You're always... You never know what you forgot, right? Basic mechanics. It's like when I play Wonderlands. Knowing how to do anything outside of the Chaos Chamber. Good luck me.
No boats on this pier. Ah, looks like there's one over there, on that dry dock.
No, you've forgotten. This whole point of forgetting. I forgot.
That damn bell. Wish Tiago had kept his ghost story. What the hell?
Yeah, you've got the altar trap.
Outriders, we can hear shots.
Good job, boys.
The village is abandoned. It was a damn ambush.
You really did it.
Okay, I return.
Welcome back.
Okay. Just need to get to that boat on the dry dock. And get the hell out of here.
Oh no, I'm trapped. Whatever will I grab leap. Really do be like that.
Any success generating a game code?
I did not have any success.
Lovely.
Game's
I
a
wonder if
bit
I can join you through Steam. I wonder if I can join you through Steam.
Let me send myself to... I can't do that. I think I'm appearing online on Steam. Let me change that.
Recently, yeah. If you send me an invite, then you appear online. To me at least, and not to the rest of your friend list, which I believe is the point of you appearing offline. And I think Twitch chat knows that you're online.
Yeah. I'm on Steam. Alright, I'm online on Steam now. You see me?
Yeah, but I don't have a join. I haven't invited you all, you've been on a join yet.
Let me get out of this fight first. Ah, there we go. I can see my friends list now.
Okay, what do I have mapped to spacebar? Because I realize my dodge is on control and I have no idea what I have mapped to spacebar.
Pris, do I not have you on Steam?
You do have me on Steam, just scroll.
Okay.
Of course you have me on Steam. You don't have me on Epic though.
Yeah, yeah. Or wait, was it the other way around?
No, no, no. I saw you on Steam. I've just looked at you on Steam.
Oh, okay, okay. Alright, where the fuck do I invite you?
Right click on me, there should be an invite to lobby.
Nope, there's invite to watch.
Maybe your game's on private? And not friend zone?
Shouldn't be.
You're in the bottom right.
Oh,
Game privacy closed.
Friends only.
Make it friends only.
There we go. Cool.
Is there no invite only in Outriders?
Nope, it's closed, open, and friends only. Pretty sure. Not gonna mess with it now, but...
Game? We need to have a chat.
Can you move your mini-map position in this game? Like UI elements? I don't... No, you can't. But I can move my alert thing.
Why do HUDs vary so differently in every single game? I have to relocate my Discord overlay every game I play. I'm actually staring at yellow circles of loading.
Okay. Putz around for a moment. I was already playing Outriders because a new update today. And Outriders is a fun game, so a lot of people interested. Big Outriders update.
Yeah, they did basically a full game overhaul level update. So
Yeah. It's like Destiny into Destiny 2, Overwatch into Overwatch 2, the same energy.
anyone who had a vague interest in like some aspects of Outriders is probably paying attention to what they did in the DLC because they changed so much.
Game good solo with no friends? Yes. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Do I... right.
Uh-oh. Yes, when the game servers function, yes, this is a lot of fun, solo and with friends.
I will say for part... Softball. I will say, as someone who doesn't have good latency to many people, I played my time in this game solo and had no problems with it. It was great solo. It's great with friends.
Yeah, if you like a build crafting heavy, very fast-paced combat type of game, with looter structure around it, then yeah, this will be up your alley. Unfortunately, there's so many people interested in the update today that servers are having some trouble.
So is it just safe that I start this DLC and I'll join you when you get back in?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just ignore the spoilers that someone gave me.
We'll keep trying. Season 3 of Harley Quinn on July 28th? Let's go.
Why does this game look so good without Twitch's image quality destruction?
It's so pretty.
Like, I don't generally care about what Twitch does to image quality. It's usually fine. But this DLC is just miles better.
Yeah, like, it's just a beautiful game. Yeah, more Harley Quinn Viper. Yeah, I'm super excited for that. It's a great show. Really enjoyable. What they done with the Clayface, I fucking love it so much. Yeah.
Visually, they've knocked this thing out of the park so far.
Oh, servers. I would at least get like a solid hour of gameplay in today. Like, uninterrupted gameplay. It's my goal. I budgeted the time. It's just, game's so good, and it's right there. It's right there. Hey, CZ, how you doing? I'll head out. Hope you enjoy. Get in. Hope Tuesday stream Tuesday Steam, yeah, cooperates with you. Here's hoping, Viper. I expect Steam will cause us problems in about 5 hours. But thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you.
Right, ammo boxes turn off my active mods.
Oh
Why?
yeah, that is a thing. Yeah.
Why?
No. Duel, how are you? I like the new DLC. I'm really liking it. I was able to play for a short amount of time before I got disconnected again. We had to spend a while waiting for servers to allow me to play, and now we're spending a little longer. Good old Outriders servers, yeah, tenor. But from what I have been able to play and see, it's been really good so far. It's really good. They made some balance changes that I like. There's some new things that I'm very excited to sink my teeth into, builds-wise. Hope it's resolved soon. Yeah, me too.
Oh, hello, Susie.
It's my main class, Devastator. Hey Felicia, how you doing?
I appreciate that the game is taking turns letting us play.
Yeah, it's pretty nice of it. Pretty considerate. We each get to have the same experience. But yeah, gameplay of this game is really good. And I've said it a bunch of times today. I'm going to quadruple down on it. Gameplay matters to me more than anything else. So if I got to wait for servers a little bit, I'm okay with that. I'm fine.
So performance on my end is better than it was in base game?
It felt smoother to me, honestly. Servers not being kind. Yeah, yeah. It took. How long was I waiting to get in, Pris? Like an hour, hour and a half?
Yeah, we sat here for an hour, hour and a half, and we didn't even start immediately. Like the DLC became available, and we waited a bit before we even started trying.
Yeah. I've gotten to play about 20 minutes. But I did enjoy that 20 minutes. Hoping for more.
Badass that silenced you? He didn't live long enough to attack me.
I am playing Devastator. I don't die, but things have time to do mechanics.
I'm so happy that they got the big guys from the intro and put them in this game. We can actually see them during gameplay?
I like this game. Proof of that, if I wasn't into it, I'd have stopped stream.
Yeah. Do you think that the resistance piercing mod, which is increases crit damage by a percentage of resistance piercing, is going to gain a place now that they've both upped resistance piercing and downed everything else?
It's a good question. Definitely didn't have one before. I haven't seen enough of how the game works now to really have an opinion. And like, we have much higher tiers now, right? Like Apocalypse tiers up to 40, I think the number was.
Yeah, something like that.
So that implies that we get to a point where enemy HP scaling is so high that we need to actually like invest. Ooh, I'm in.
Nice.
Should I try to join you?
You can try if you're willing to put stream through your latency issues you're going to encounter.
You tell me. You join me or I join you?
Let me join you, and if that doesn't work, I'll join you.
Okay.
I mean, you can join me, sorry.
Let me open my game.
I just think it'll be unpleasant for stream to watch the sort of latency that we're going to have between each other.
I'm on friends only now. You should be able to just jump in. Here, chat. Have a cat. Oh, I think you're joining. Either that or I'm disconnecting. Hey, player join party. Let's go.
Seeing the old loading screens after seeing the World Slayer ones just looks so boring.
Cat petter detected. Cat petter detected. Cow petter detected.
Why are you cosplaying as a techno?
Say again?
Why are you cosplaying as a techno?
Because it's funny.
We're here. drift waters up ahead.
Oh yeah, we gotta run past, and then on the way back they actually... Yeah, okay.
Did you do this already?
Yeah, I did. Locate a boat. Why are you pointing me this way? I guess I need to do this bit again. Why is my objective marker sending me there? There's nothing there. What?
I should expect the starting objective marker never moved.
Okay.
I'm impressed that they've improved the graphics quality without actually downing my performance.
Mm-hmm. I guess I run this way until we find enemies. That's always a safe bet, right?
I'm following a person with no sense of direction. Nothing is a safe bet.
Oh, cool. So we're just doing the thing we do in Remnant all the time then?
Yeah.
Lovely. It says locate a boat. I've seen multiple boat-like objects.
There's a diary over here of some variety. What is ping? Do we have a ping?
Is there a ping button? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, just inside that little house is something to collect.
I feel like I'm going the exact opposite direction where I'm supposed to be going. There's a map.
Chat, I'm sure you have a sense of direction.
Yeah, of course. Alright, yeah, let's go back to where we came from. It's all new in Outriders if you don't mind. So lots and lots of balance changes. New endgame difficulty progression system. There's no longer, like, challenge tiers and world tiers. So there's now apocalypse tiers, which shared across game modes and go much higher now. Pack skill trees or extra skill trees for each character that are earned through doing the World Slayer story. There's ascension levels, which are kind of like, you know, guardian rank without the perks, so badass rank type thing. There's new gear, new type of gear called Apocalypse gear that has 3 mod slots, which is very interesting. Can't wait to sink my teeth into that.
Mod slots with slightly less power on them, I've got mixed feelings on. Like the ceiling for mod power has come down a bit with the update, but we've got more of them instead. I guess that improves the average power of each item, which I can support.
I
What do you say
wonder
we
if
respawn
me
this
disconnecting
area?
there broke this mission.
Yeah, I suspect we've broken this, and we should probably find a way to restart.
Oh, hang on, I have an investigate prompt. Okay. That wasn't there initially. I have to be, like, awkward.
Easy. Did you see the balance post that they did?
No boats on this pier.
It's an absolute dream in terms of dev communication on balance intentions
like
and
there's one
also
over
understanding
there
of
on
what
that dried up.
balance is needed.
Yeah, they went very in depth. It was really good to read. Okay, cool.
That damn bell.
We just ran around the entire map to come straight back to where we started, and that was where we were meant to be.
I mean,
Thumbs us up.
you forget where we are? This is my stream. That's what we do.
Invisible wall, hello.
Yeah, that was an invisible wall. look it up. I can post it for you. You see where we're supposed to be going?
Oh, that's your job. Are we supposed to open this fence? Didn't you open this fence previously?
I did not. I don't have a prompt to do anything with it.
Neither do I, but I seem to remember you pulling some fence open at one point.
Maybe I did. Visible wall.
We reset this mission anyway because this definitely seems broken.
So basically no map. I mean, there is a map, it's just hard to read still.
It's a radar for enemy detection rather than for direction.
Yeah, the mission's a little thrown off right now, I think, in terms of pointing us in the right direction, because I did lose connection to server at like a really awkward time.
You want to take us back to the main area and we come back here? There's a travel point up where I am.
Probably wise. Let's do that.
Because we've just had zero commentary as we're running around, and I feel like this is the point where they're going to info dump us.
Yeah.
Many settlements were abandoned after the war, but there's something more to this place.
I just picked a random place.
Okay.
I want to look at this particular environment. You there?
I wonder if Inferno Seed is a better AR now that they've changed Bone Shrapnel's thing. Because like Inferno Seed was always a very interesting AR, but Bone Shrapnel just outdid Wrath of Moloch before. With the changed
That's a good
activation
question.
conditions, it might be more desirable and the fixed part nature of it.
Yeah, maybe.
There has to be a way inside the ship. I'll radio when I've secured
Wow.
the path.
There's no place beyond the anomaly. Why are we still heading?
Why do I have dialogue for this?
If the signal is shielded
No
from
clue.
the anomaly inside, it means
Your
we
stream
should
is doing
use
this no
something in there to
justice.
contact the floor end.
It's really not.
All this
The
supplies,
environment's
the
so
resources,
pretty.
the tech. We're
But
gonna
like, why
need
do I
it
have dialogue here?
today.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I also got it, so it's not just you, but... Can I just sit and look at the environments for the rest of this
No,
playthrough?
we gotta play a video game.
It's a nice skybox.
Yes, but the Skybox will be there. Servers might not be.
Nice skybox.
I'm also tempted to just be like, hey, let's do some expeditions. But then we won't unlock the PAX trees. I want the PAX trees.
Look, the minute the fax trees come into play, you're just going to outscale me in power really quickly, so I can wait. Because I'm feeling like my techno build is going to need an overhaul to keep up.
I mean, we'll have to
should
see.
we
I'm
get-
sure your
should we
gear is
teleport
better
again?
than mine, too.
Probably, but it has also been hit pretty hard, so I feel like I don't actually have optimal mod stuff. I'd have to really look at every mod to decide, but I suspect that at this point I've got one of the more conservative techno builds.
I ran through all this before. The mission tracker is still pointing me in a completely different direction.
big sense of direction.
There's a chest down there.
I'm suspicious of all chests if I have active mods.
Just means you gotta hit the button again, right?
Oh, I have a 60-second cooldown.
Yeah, just hit the button.
I like that they gave the mod for reducing cooldown, but I don't think it's enough with just how ridiculous Blighted's cooldown was. I don't think you can convince me that cycling Blighted on and off is ever going to keep up with just full uptime, and I think that's sad. I would have liked to see like a cycling build. Hold on, there's something over here you can collect too.
Yeah, feel free. Also, yeah, you should lead because maybe you'll have a fresh perspective. It's so confusing when the mission tracker breaks. Like, these environments are not linear visually.
I'm wondering if we should literally just quit the main menu, but that's probably not worth risking.
Yeah, I don't think that's worth risking at all.
Right, so yes, this game is still buggy at launches. Nothing has changed.
I blame the disconnect. The server disconnect was really inopportune. Hey, I got a customization. It was all worth. It was all part of the plan.
Sure, the disconnect might be at fault, but also the disconnect is part because the launch is still struggling. Which part of the dry dock are they expecting us to go to for this boat?
Good question.
I'm just retreating a bit just to see where the mission mark actually is. But I suspect I know already.
Atmospheric sounds are really good too. I like the old rickety swing sound. Yeah, me too. It definitely has the ambiance. And Priz isn't kidding when he says, like, this game is visually very impressive. I'm not running on particularly high settings, but my stream quality does not translate even that very well. This game looks good.
I'm getting the full experience here, and it is a treat.
Nothing over there?
No. It's the type of game that if I was just by myself, I'd probably just turn off the HUD for a while. Like, I don't think that there's anything that they're doing that's visually groundbreaking, as much as just they have picked how to lay out the scenes really nicely, and the extra level of detail that Twitch is removing hurts the attention to detail in these layouts. Just that extra bit of murkiness kind of ruins a lot of how sharp the environments are.
Where do we go from this bit? Hey, where's the way forward from right here? Didn't something block?
Yeah, there was a gate that you opened, was there not?
I thought it was this. Could be incorrect.
This looks like it should be able to be opened, but I guess not. Because like this looks like what should be the dry dock.
Collectible. Yeah, I completed an accolade with that. This is all part of the plan. I'm a bit stuck.
We do an expedition and then we come back, so it literally is reset the mission?
Yeah, let's do that. Trying to hit return to lobby, but stuck on autosaving.
Fun.
Oh yeah, we get tier rewards for going up Apocalypse tiers. You get
Right.
a legendary weapon for 16. You get a legendary weapon for all of them?
Where is that even in the menus?
Yeah.
Wait, we get retroactively for 15 and down?
Apparently. Got a lot of cosmetics for that.
Why is there lag on me claiming rewards? I'm about 3 loot
That's an
boxes ahead.
Apocalypse Daimyo. But, like,
Yeah, I'm about 3 loot boxes ahead of where I am. I like some of the reworked UI elements too.
yeah.
Just like small touches, like you get a loading bar and then most of the bar at the bottom, for instance, when you're selecting something. Neat little touches, slightly different. I like it a bit more. Let's go to the flag there and use that to fast travel? Or is that further ahead of where we are?
The fast travel's further ahead. I don't know if we can even physically get to it.
Okay, so back to the ship.
Yeah. You're on the game, and I appreciate the post more of this, please. Yeah, it's fantastic, CC. It's like that should be an example to the entire industry.
Listen, I own a shrine to the Archon, and it is not big enough. We just appreciate the fish.
No fish.
Fish.
Like, does it actually want us over here? It's like, investigate the boat and dry dock. Is there a boat over here?
I
No.
don't feel like this is the dry dock.
But it's wet.
Okay, let's travel.
Is there an expedition table here? There's an expedition table.
Yeah.
We don't need to go anywhere. Front line.
Yeah, I can agree with that, Felicia.
Yeah, it being on their website would be preferable. But hey, I mean, if something of that quality is going to be on Reddit, it brings up the entire value of Reddit by quite a big margin, so okay.
May I just say that I internally thought you were going to pick Frontline before you did.
I hope you're in the mood to dish out
Ever used a waypoint? There's a waypoint GPS?
You press tab. I think that's what she means.
Oh. I pressed tab and I disconnected from server.
Well,
I literally pressed tab and then it just disconnected.
I'll connect to the Outriders server. Thanks, Greg.
I fixed it, everyone.
Toxic friends, people.
Shows the route to your objective? No, it crashes the servers. Yeah, the servers are having some trouble today.
Back to this.
Yep, I'm hoping to get one more round of gameplay in. Claim control. Guess the answer is no, they did not fix it in seemingly worse. I guess.
I put the loading screen menu as a picture on Discord if anyone who wants to see what the non-stream quality version looks like. It's cropped in a bit because I didn't want to take my whole screen, but it should give an idea of how much more smudgy the stream version is.
Alright, I'm gonna give this another 8 minutes of attempts. If I don't reconnect in the next 8 minutes, I will call it and I'll boot this up again when it's more stable. Just trying to help. You didn't do anything, Felicia. I appreciate you trying to help.
Are you going to go back to Wonderlands or are you going to end stream?
Probably end stream. If I can't get in, because I've been live for 5 hours.
Alright.
This is unfortunate.
Thinking back on the mods that I got to look at while I was in game, they seem to have adjusted the 30, 10, 10 sorry, the 30, 15, and 10 tier mods down to 8, 12, 15. And I feel like that changes the power dynamic quite a bit just because of how much closer they are. Like, the lowest tier versus the highest tier is now only double, not triple. And they also being just closer means that They probably reduced the gap between like perfect gear and leveling, which is nice. The extra mod slots make that more debatable. As a perfect triple modded weapon is probably just insane. But like on an average rolled piece of gear, I feel like you're much quicker to get a synergistic or near synergistic build going because your options just that much wider now. Things like not getting euthanasia on techno isn't going to just feel like the end of the world.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing we're going to see here is a much bigger gap between like an average build and an optimized build because of what you said with the mods thing in particular. Mods?
What, we've got 6 extra mod slots?
Yeah. Because think about having something relevant in 6 mod slots versus nothing. That's like most of your loadout pre-World Slayer.
Yeah. I will say though, with everything going down a bit, I feel like that's kept the power ceiling the same place it was. It's just that it's a longer grind to get there.
Could be.
But I think that you plateau much quicker into the decent but not great tiers. I'd be interested what the DLC farming is like. I mean, I make no secret of being the laziest farmer around and just not wanting to farm my gear. So I will have a low tolerance for it regardless.
Yeah.
But I do feel like they heard the feedback that there not being any way to target farm was not the way to go. And so I'll be interested in how they've combated that.
Alright, I think I'm gonna call it for now. Hopefully the servers stabilize. Provided Outriders servers are looking more stable tomorrow, maybe we try to do more of this on stream tomorrow. But at the very least, World Slayer is going to be my off-stream thing for a while. So Lazy's on. Let's go say hi to Lazy. There's a bunch of other people waiting on Outriders if anyone has an interest on that. Moxie's on, D2H is on, Chadley's on, Abby's on. They're all waiting to get in. Birdman's on. So you got any of them. So let's say hi to Lazy. I'll catch you guys next time. If you do want to see me play some Outriders, I do still plan on playing. Thank you Square Enix for the code again. Unfortunate about the servers, but I'm sure y'all sort it out. Tomorrow's stream will, I don't know, Wonderlands, Outriders, one of those, maybe both. Raid message, I don't know, Quag Chat or something. Yeah, let's go say hi to Lazy. Alright. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Great chat.
And then like